India's medal hopes are rising. Neeraj Chopra now storming into finals. So it's raining good news for India when it comes to the Olympics. Now Neeraj Chopra has stormed into the finals. What a moment for us to have both these pieces of information right now. And we have in fact the news of Vinesh Phogat defeating world number 1 from Japan, and Neeraj Chopra now storming into the finals. I'll just check if Rahul, my colleague, is with us to get us more details about this particular match. Rahul, if you can hear me, if you are there, what more can you tell us about this particular match?
Well, a lot of people may not have expected Vinesh to do what she has done, and
Yes.
she, the reigning Olympic champion, the Japanese wrestler, the reigning Olympic champion, the reigning world champion, and the way she came back in the last few seconds, in fact in the last 8 to 10 seconds, she denied the Japanese not just the gold medal,
Rahul,
but
I just
also
want to
has
quickly just tell you that we are also telling our viewers about this development, and do talk to us a little about this, about Neeraj Chopra storming into the finals. So like I said, it's raining good news when it comes to the Olympics for us Indians here, with Neeraj Chopra now storming into the finals. What more can you tell us? He's crossed, I understand, 89 meters in his first throw. Rahul.
Yes, in fact, that's his best throw this season. So he has peaked at the right time, and 89.34 is what he has achieved in his qualification, and by virtue of that just one throw, he has already qualified for the finals, which is going to happen day after.
Okay.
That is on Thursday. That final is going to happen. In fact, 2 Indians were there, and close to 32 athletes were there in this qualification round, and Neeraj has the best throw amongst everybody. So he has peaked at the right time. In fact, 89.94 is his personal best, and he has closed in on that personal best. A throw of over 89 meters in the qualification is very, very, very impressive. Sneha, this is actually, Neeraj, to live up to those expectations, what he achieved in Tokyo to win that gold, which a lot of people had been dreaming for ages, a track and field medal, let alone gold medal. And what Neeraj has already done, in fact, he's won everything. As far as athletics is concerned, he's won Diamond League, he has won Olympic, he's an Olympic champion, he's got a world championship medal also. And, to reach there and to continue is going to be incredible for Neeraj, and he started really well, because there was, I'll be very honest, there was a mystery. In fact, a lot of people have been talking about this, not openly, that there could be an injury with Neeraj, but I think with that kind of a throw of over 89 meters, I think he has almost he's silenced those rumors or those speculations that were around his injury. So Neeraj Chopra, the biggest medal hope, when we started before the Olympic Games, what happened was Neeraj Chopra was a sure shot medal hope. So were Chirag and Satwik in badminton doubles. Perhaps these were the only 2 combinations for whom everybody was sure. At least Neeraj Chopra has lived up to those expectations, those hopes, and that's what has happened. Kishore Jena, unfortunately, he was in the other group, and he finished 9th, and unlikely that he's going to qualify because either the top 12 athletes qualify for the finals, or else the automatic qualifications was over 84 meters. So Neeraj has breached that qualification mark by over 5 meters, and 5 meters is quite a distance. That's the best throw. In fact, after him, the best throw is from Julian Weber, who got 87.76 meter. He also got that throw in his first attempt. But Neeraj Chopra, I think a lot of people will now fancy Neeraj Chopra to get another gold for India at these Olympics. So that's quite an incredible news from here from Paris, Sneha, because Vinesh Fogart up against a world champion, up against an Olympic champion. What a turnaround she's done in the last few seconds. She was docked a few points for passivity. Thereafter, in the last few seconds, the way she came back, and now there will be hopes from Vinesh as well for a medal because she's stunned, and a lot of athletes, a lot of wrestlers who are going to face her will have this in the back of their mind that she is coming fresh from a victory against the reigning Olympic champion, the same Japanese who won a gold at the Tokyo Games. And for Neeraj Chopra, it was expected. But I'll be very honest, to go beyond 89 meters and that too, so comfortably, I think Neeraj, surely we'll have to see how the day pans out. In fact, I'm talking about the finals. But Neeraj Chopra, a short medal hope. Not just a medal hope, but a gold medal hope. Because with Neeraj Chopra, I think people usually do not settle anything less than a gold. And that's how he's been in every competition that he's participated in since that gold medal that he won in Tokyo.
Well, absolutely. Like you were telling us, it's the weight of the nation really sitting on his shoulders, isn't it, Rahul? This was, Neeraj Chopra was in fact, the entire nation was looking at him. That surely there would be a medal from him, and gold is what everybody is just looking at, isn't it?
Absolutely, and why not? At the start of this day, today, we had three important events. One was Neeraj Chopra's qualification. The other was Vinesh Fogart, her opening bout. Because what happens in wrestling, if you lose to an opponent and your opponent goes on to finish amongst the two finalists, so you get a chance to have a go at the bronze medal. And a lot of people, trust me, a lot of people would have actually thought that Vinesh may have to go through that repechage round if she is to win a medal. But what an incredible achievement for her. A reigning Olympic and world champion, she's shocked her, to say the least. And then Neeraj Chopra's qualification, over 89 meters. But the day has not ended. The day has just started, because in the evening, we have the hockey semi-finals against Germany. So that will be quite a spectacle. Because last time the hockey team, what they did, they won a bronze medal at the Tokyo Olympics, and that came after a very, very long wait of 41 years. So hockey, India, the way they've been playing, the way they've been competing, they've been winning, they've had some incredible results this Olympic Games. They had beaten Australia, then they in the quarterfinals, they got the better of Great Britain, and that too with just 10 players on the field. Because Amit Rohidas, who unfortunately was handed a red card and will not be available for this game as well. But I think the way the confidence of this team, the way this team is building its confidence, I think it will be very, very difficult to to just oust them right here in the semi-finals.
All right.
So it's been a good day, because what has happened in the last few days, Sneha, is that a lot of people, a lot of Indian athletes have come close to winning a medal, but see what has happened. Lakshya Sen yesterday finished 4th. He had a very good opportunity to win a medal, but then at that time there comes a mental block that you're so close to winning a medal, and suddenly, in fact, what has happened with the Indian contingent here at Paris Olympics is that amongst the there have been 5 disciplines, in fact 5 events where India has finished 4th, and the difference between 4th and 3rd, you know what it means. It's a question of a medal. If those five events where India finished fourth. If they would have been medals, India could have easily won 5 medals. Manu Bhakar, I'll excuse her. Why? Because she has already won 2 medals here. She finished fourth. Then Arjun Babuta finished fourth. The archery mixed team finished fourth. Then skeet team finished fourth. Then Lakshya Sen finished fourth. So that's been an issue with the Indian athletes here. But then Neeraj Chopra, Vinesh Fogart, and the hockey team. You expected, at least I would say, I think the biggest surprise of the day is Vinesh Fogart. I think this is as good a victory as she would have got anywhere in the world at any competitions.
Right.
Vinesh Fogart's victory over the reigning Olympic champion is incredible. Neeraj's qualification for the final, and that too with a throw of over 89 meters is great. And then in the evening, 7 p.m. Paris time, 10:30 India time, India versus Germany, India versus the world champions Germany. Well, that's going to be quite a story if they actually go on to win go on to reach the finals, because I'm sure yeah.
All right, Rahul, I'm going to, in fact, thank you for the moment for getting in those details. Rahul, putting that into perspective, what a day where Neeraj Chopra has done us proud and Vinesh Fogart has done us proud as well, and against all odds. I'm going to bring in Nikhil once again in that conversation. Nikhil, we were also talking about a great day as far as Neeraj Chopra is concerned. The finals the day after tomorrow is what I understand from what Rahul told us. But he's in fact crossed 89 meters in this amazing, spectacular throw, isn't it? What a throw.
Well, that's right. You know, he's inching very close to that 90-meter mark, Seha, and you know that is what is expected out of him. But we were looking at a few other competitors in Group A. Remember, some of his biggest competitors like Weber is in that particular group. Vadlich, another big major contender against him, is also in that group. And when we were looking at their throws like 87, 84, we were thinking, oh, these guys are in red hot form. And then you have a Neeraj Chopra go 89 plus in the very first throw. But might I add a bit of caution in that? Remember, most of these javelin throwers keep their best for when the final comes, which is day after tomorrow. And as we are seeing the field right now, the usual suspects, the ones that are going to challenge him for that final, seem to be emerging in Weber, in Vadlich, in an Anderson Peters. Those are going to be those other throwers that are going to be competing against him. Remember, coming into the positive side is, coming into this Olympic Games, his season's best had been a little inferior to some of those competitors that I'm talking about. You know, you had at least 3 javelin throwers that I can think of that had done better in this season compared to Neeraj Chopra. But guess what? In that one single throw that he's just thrown, he's already given you the second best throw this entire season, barring that 190-meter throw that came from a young javelin thrower from Germany. But then that was an you know, a rare occasion. Many will say that that was an anomaly, because it's not that he's been throwing the javelin that well after that. So the only person that you've seen being consistent so far in the javelin throws, and that's been his hallmark for the last 4 or 5 years that we've seen him do so well, is that he does not take time to warm up. I'll give you another example of another Indian javelin thrower that was there today in Kishore Jina. He, in qualifying, gave a much inferior performance to what he has been doing leading up to this tournament. What does that tell you? That tells you that it's a game of fine margins. Most of these throwers that throw in the vicinity of, you know, 84, 85, leading up to 90 meters. And those 1 or 2 meters on the given day to give your best is what makes the difference. And which is why Neeraj Chopra is the #1 contender on the field, because you can have that rare throw that may be thrown even beyond a Neeraj does. But when it comes to consistency, when you only have about between 3 to 6 throws, as you will have in the finals, that's where consistency counts. And with Neeraj, this has been a common theme. The first throw will always be one of his best, and he rarely makes a foul. That's another important thing. We saw another Indian in Kishore Jina give those few fouls. He doesn't do that. So on the money, on the ball, he's looking good. There were a few doubts leading into this Olympic Games about a few injuries that he had sustained. What he's shown you with that throw is no injury concerns. He's on the top of the game. He's peaking at the right time.
Absolutely.
And that's his other speciality. He may do anything leading up to a season. Come the Olympic Games, he's always on top of his game.
All right. Nikhil, So good to talk to you about this, and I'm so happy to be anchoring while at a time, just moments after each other. Vinesh Fogart did the country proud, and so did Neeraj Chopra. He's entered the finals, and Vinesh Fogart, like we were speaking about this earlier also, what a victory, and it just makes the victory just so much more sweet, given the formidable opponent A that she was facing and the challenges that she has faced in the last few months or so in the country. Thanking you for the moment, Nikhil and Rahul, getting in those details.